The most asked question on this channel is, how do you look undead? How do you look human? Why are you in humanoid form when in bear or cat form? Well, the answer is IMORPH. IMORPH is a model editing software for World of Warcraft. It allows you to change race, gender, weapons and gear, mounts, morph to specific NPC models, and a shitload more. In this video, we will cover download and installation, and everything you see on your screen now. I will also go over Druid-specific stuff, such as disabling animal forms, and we will answer the question on everyone's mind.
What is this shit-ass costume? Not see any form make me mad?
This video was originally to thank my community for 1K subs, so again, thank you. Let's download and install the software. First, Google IMORPH Discord and click on the top link. Once you are in the Discord, go to Downloads. Then select Classic Era HCSOD. Then click the top link. Download the 3 files you can see here. Save them anywhere, but make sure the files are all in the same folder.
I like to keep mine on the desktop, cause I am a sweaty orc and use it all the time.
Once you have the files downloaded, launch the game and execute the Run IMORPH file. Your game will then say, IMORPH Net Add-on was installed. Now, restart your game. Execute the Run IMORPH file again. You will see this pop up. Now the software is installed and ready to use. Important note, you will need to execute the Run IMORPH file every time you launch the game. Once injected, you can put in unlimited IMORPH commands, but if you restart the game, you will need to execute the Run IMORPH file again. Also, if you ever want to return to your normal state and remove all morphs, use the .reset command. Before we begin looking through the IMORPH commands, note that all of these, plus more, are available on the IMORPH Discord, here. Let's start with race, which was the reason I downloaded IMORPH in the first place back in original Wrath of the Lich King. I have been using IMORPH ever since. To change race to human, type .race1. All IMORPH commands are entered via the chat box. You can use the key on the screen to change to any race or gender you want. Next, let's look at how to edit items. We will use changing your main hand weapon as an example. Using the key on the screen, determine which item you want to edit. Since we are editing the weapon model, we will use .item16, then the code of the item you want to morph to for the corrupted Ashbringer, 22691. Apply the same logic to any other items. Use the ID from the key and then the ID of the desired item.
But Dminorseven, how did you know what the ID for the Ashbringer was? I always wanted that item, but I'm stuck in UBRS.
That's a good question, Orc Scum. Finding the ID for items, gear, NPC models, mount, and so on is all done on Wowhead. Go to Wowhead and search for the item you want. We will use the corrupted Ashbringer example again. Then click the link button. There are 2 IDs here. I found that it's usually the display ID and sometimes it's the item ID. Try the display ID, and if it doesn't work, try the item ID. Let's use this method to get a mount ID. The ZG Tiger, we follow the same process. Copy the ID and paste it into the mount command using .mountID. Now we will follow the same process for morphing to a specific NPC's model. Search the NPC you want to morph to. Let's try the Scarlet MILF High Inquisitor Whitemane. Copy the display code and use the command .morphID.
Punish me, Whitemane.
Jesus Christ. If you want to morph into better-looking gear but don't want to manually find the ID for all the item pieces, you can use the command .itemSetID. You can find the ID like this. I'm not sure where to find the sets on Wowhead directly, so I just Google WoW Classic Item Sets. Follow the link and select the set of gear you want. Copy the ID and paste it into the .itemSetID. You can use all these to come up with some cool-looking combinations. I recommend creating macros with all your favorite commands so you don't have to enter them manually each time. The last section of the video will be Druid specific. This is how I look humanoid in bear and cat form. I use the .disablesm command. This will stop all shapeshifting. This would also affect things such as Warlock's Metamorphosis and Priest's Dispersion. If you are going to use this while playing Druid, I highly recommend the WeakAuras that you can see above my portrait. This shows which form you are in. I have also color coordinated the form with its associated power, e.g., bear is red as it uses rage, cat is yellow as it uses energy. This is not default, so you can configure it by selecting each form within WeakAuras, then click the color wheel. You can find the WeakAuras in the video description. If you don't use this, you will forget what form you are in and mess up in some situations. Even with the WeakAuras, I do it sometimes. I will cast cat form when I'm already in cat form and power shift and just waste mana. But you get used to it and it's worth it to see your character. Well, that's the IMORPH guide. I hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe and like the video. Let me know in the comments.
Wow, Dminorseven. You make me happy, Orc. Even happier than Whitemane does. I will subscribe right now.
That's right, bitch.